the only one worthy of our worship. He will bring someone. He will bring a man. He will say, oh you, if you had the world, if you had the world and its possessions twice over, would you ransom it now? Would you ransom it? Would you exchange it to save yourself from the fire? He say, yes, my Lord. Huh? This man who is arrogant, this man who walked down the street, this man who said, I don't believe in God, I believe in evolution, this man who denied his Lord, this man who was ungrateful to his Lord, now he's saying, yes, my Lord, yes, my Lord. And Allah will say to him, I ask for you something less than that, less than the world twice over, less than that. I asked you only that you should worship me alone, and that you should not set up rivals and associate and partners with me in worship. That's all he asked of us, people. That's all he's asked of us. To worship him alone, to make our prayers to him alone, to supplicate to him alone, to fast and give charity, only seeking his face, seeking his pleasure, seeking his paradise and fearing his hellfire. Not giving charity for other people, not giving charity for Jesus, not giving charity for Muhammad, not giving charity for your family, not giving charity so everyone will say, hey, look how generous I am. No! To give it for his pleasure, the one God, the true God, and that you should love him more than anything else. But you find most of us, what do you find the reality? We love others as we should love Allah. We love them as we should love Allah. We love people as we should love God. Because what's the reality? And we fear them the way we should fear God. Because we find the path of righteousness. We find the right way. But what do we say? Oh wait a minute. What will my parents say if I become a Muslim? What will my friends say if I become a Muslim? What will they say? So who are we more afraid of? Our friends or God? Who do we love more? Our friends or God? This is the false worship, people. This is the false worship. So don't be a slave. Don't be a slave to your passions. Don't be a slave to your desires. Because most of you, I'll ask you, why do you do it? You say, I feel like it. I feel like it. So people feel like raping, and they do it because they feel like it. People feel like killing and robbing and stealing because they feel like it. So we find now they're a slave to their desires. Whatever their passions call them to, they run after it. And that's what your society tells you. There's no paradise, there's no hellfire, there's no judgment. Have a good time. Have a good time. So play, people. Like the people of Noah, they played. And the people of Ad and Thamud, they prayed. And the people of Lot, Sodom and Gomorrah, how they played. And how many civilizations, how many people, they prayed and played and played when their prophets came and their prophets warned them. But they played. But Allah struck them in the midst of their play. How the Kuwaitis, you see how they played? You see how they played? Playing they were, reveling in the delights of life. Their oil had given them so much money. In the land of the Muslims, in the Hijaz, in the land where the Prophet of Allah, he was born, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. In the land where the Quran was revealed, they had a building for homosexuals. They were drinking, they were fornicating. But their scholars, the Sheikhs, would advise them, Taqallah, fear Allah. His punishment is real. His doom is real. But how they played, how they played, and how Allah, He hit them. He hit them with Saddam Hussein. He hit them with Saddam Hussein. How they played. How the people of Ad and Thamud and the people of Sodom and Gomorrah walking in the streets, and Allah rained upon them stones and turned their city upside down, so there's not a trace of them left in the land. And the people of Noah, oh Noah, what are you building the ark in the middle of the land? What a joke. They were all laughing and they were all joking. But how they drowned and they were destroyed. You know what Allah says in the Quran? He says, my people, travel through the earth. Travel! Go on! Not to Costa del Sol, to take your top off and lie there naked in the sun. No! Not to go down to some place and get drunk every night and go to the disco. Travel in the land and see what happened to those who rejected faith. See the ruins of those civilizations. See the ruins of Greece. See the ruins of Rome. See the ruins of Babylon. See the ruins, people, of those who rejected faith in God, who followed their whims and their desires. And look at us today, people. Huh? Look at us today. Look at the reality of our situation. Are we different from Rome? Are we different from Greece? Are we different? Huh? Are we different from them? No, people. And we should know that our fate will be their fate. The inevitable, the sure reality. Well, Allah calls it in the Quran, Al-Haqq. The sure reality, the definite reality is the destruction of those who rebel against God, the destruction of those who lie against God, the destruction of those who reject their Lord and their Maker and the way of life that He revealed for them for their benefits. But no, they play. So play, people. Live your life of play. But know that you will reach your graves, and when you reach your graves, you will know the reality. But that will be too late. And how many people, how many of us, when the angels are dragging us on our faces into the hellfire, and they asked us, didn't someone come? Didn't someone warn you? And they will say, yes, someone came. Someone warned us, but we thought he was in error. But if only we had used our minds, if only we had used our minds, we wouldn't now be in the fire. And I'm not afraid to say to you as a Muslim, use your mind. Use your mind. Pick up the Quran. Use your mind. Think about it. Allah has given you proof and evidence. He's asked you look. He's asked you contemplate. Read the Quran, people, and find out for yourself. Find out for yourself. See what this book has to say. See how this book will enlighten you as to the reality of life and death. People, that's all I've got to say for now. A small reminder, a small invitation to you, and a proof against you. Because this day, this hour, this minute, is a proof against you or a proof for you. It's a proof against you or a proof for you on the day of judgment. And that day, people, is a day that is sure to come. Prepare for it. Prepare for it. You go on a journey, you make your provision. But the journey of life, you didn't prepare for it. So when you get there and you reach your destination's end, when you get to your grave, and you have no provisions, you have no deeds, you have no good deeds, because you belied your Lord, you reviled your Maker, you were ungrateful to Him, you followed your desires and you didn't follow revelation, so what good deeds will you have? And then what a great loss that is, what a great loss. May Allah guide you and me, and I'm